Time did tested our patience, didn't it? The time and the situation, I should say, that we were in took a huge toll on us, that is, to the humans during this pandemic. But here, as I see you all seated here with your beautiful and glorious armor, exchanging your sweetest smiles and laughter towards each other, rest assured, I believe that we are here to celebrate and honor you and the marvelous work that you have done. And might I say to the dear graduates, for Christ knew what He meant for you. He had plans to prosper you and never to harm you. He had plans to give you hope and a blissful future. From the Holy Book of Jeremiah 29:11. And every one of you who are present here in this gathering, accompanied by our graduates, I must say that all of you had made a huge impact to the graduates who sits with us here today. Shall we all give a huge round of applause to this beautiful gathering?
As we commence with this graduation program, just a few words, just to keep us, thinking on what we're embarking on. Many years back, a mentor of ours who used to teach us meditation, he would start the program by saying, "Let us continue to begin." He would start the message, the workshop with "Let us continue to begin." And at the end of it, he would again say, "Let's continue to begin." So we always continue to begin in the journey that we are. We hope and trust that some good fundamentals and bases and roots have been implanted in the lives around here through this institute. And for some of them, we hope that it is a good jump start to be able to go ahead of many of the other people around you as competitors or peers. What has happened in this institute is just what we call compulsory education. After that comes post-compulsory education. And we need to continue to learn for the rest of the lives. A very interesting line in the National Education Policy is written there, and I don't know whether people notice that or not, but it says, we need to learn how to learn. For us, our job is to help people to learn how to think. And if we can do that, then they will do extremely well. What happens after this education becomes post-compulsory learning, and that's where the rubber meets the road, and that's where your learning actually starts, because you're going to start practicing what you learn, and then you see how it works. You prove whether what you've learned is really accurate or not. The final finished product of their lives might look very, very different from what it is currently. There are people who start as nurses and end up as administrators. There are people who start as pharmacists or physiotherapists and end up as administrators or great researchers. And so it would be interesting to see how the finished product looks like maybe 5, 10, 15 years down the line. One of the statements in the mission statement of Christian Medical College, Vellore, in relationship to research goes like this. We aim to research and study God's designs in our nature, in our world. So what we're doing in research or learning is to explore God's creativity, God's designs in the world around us. Whether it's in the people, in society, diseases, whether it's looking at the genome, the Human Genome Project, or whether it is public health, looking at God's designs in each of these and trying to study. We are given a great opportunity to be able to explore and to study what God is doing in our lives today. We hope that having started we will be able to explore, to be as creative as possible, to explore the freedom that God gives to us, to be able to explore all that and experience the life, the rich life that God has given to us, to celebrate God's, good pleasure in our lives. To be able to get up in the morning and say, Lord, I feel your pleasure in my life, and I want to explore and see what you have in store for me. And at the end of our lives, to be able to learn the purposes for our lives and to be able to worship in nature, in society, and in our own lives. So with these few words, I really wish that we have a very meaningful and a fruitful session as we embark on this congregation process.
A solemn promise made to oneself, to God, to your alma mater, and to the people that you serve. To lead our graduates with a pledge, I welcome Dr. Paul Ravindran, Head of Allied Health Sciences.
Dear graduates, good evening. I'm going to administer the pledge to you now. Would you all stand up and say the pledge that is in the book, following me. As I pass, you can say that. Okay? I solemnly pledge myself before God, in the presence of this assembly, that I will hold my degree as a sacred emblem of my obligation to practice my profession faithfully, serve mankind with love and compassion, and to keep a significance inviolate in loyalty to my alma mater and with fidelity to my country and to my God.
It is indeed a privilege and a blessing for me to be in the audience on this special occasion when all the stakeholders and the graduates at a milestone with their aspirations and dreams and celebrate the same with thanksgiving to God, the Almighty, the giver of our life, the vision and the truth. I remember meeting Dr. Sridevi about 15 years ago at Ceylon, while he was in a meeting with NEC Secretary. And I heard him explaining the vision to start a hospital and medical college at the Mount. I also remember how he explained to me the same vision and the number of specialists he dreamed of producing every year. Visions and dreams remain intangible unless they are followed with sacrificial and dedicated hard work. Today, for the first time, I have come to CIS and see with my own eyes the visions and dreams I have heard 15 years ago translated into reality. Therefore, I take this opportunity to thank our God Almighty with all of you for all that He has made possible till today, and also join you in the prayer for all the years of all that are yet to be achieved. I also take this opportunity to congratulate my brother Sridevi and all those who set the vision and dreams, and also took part in the tremendous hard work which has translated the same into reality. It is often said that medical profession of all the professions is the most noble and important. It is rightly said so because it deals with saving and protecting life. After all, minus life, nothing else matters. So anybody or everybody who is in the medical profession has every reason to be proud of, and nobody can challenge it or dispute the same. But with that fact, comes along a huge responsibility. The responsibility is nothing but to serve, nurture, and transform, which has rightly been adopted as the motto of this institute. The work could have been better and more meaningful. The work could have seen better and more meaningful life had everyone been trained to think that life purpose is to serve, nurture, and transform. Unfortunately, majority of us choose profession for better comfort of self and for respect and security. These things actually should occupy secondary place in our mind or heart. They can even come as additional benefits or bonus. Without taking any more time, may I remind all those who have completed their graduation and diploma certificate courses, and for whom this function is held, that life is more meaningful and purposeful when you use your profession to serve, to nurture, and transform. I can assure you of a joy-filled path and a meaningful life if you do that. May the God Almighty, who brought you to this institution and gave you all these wonderful people to learn from and enable you to complete the course, bless and empower you so that you can go and serve, nurture, and transform lives. May He also make you a part of the people who are ordinary, who are dedicated to make the world a better place. Congratulations once again. God bless you and thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your blessings for the graduates.